It has been a great joy to watch this man defy every expectation, both scientific and personal.
There should be no boundary to human endeavor. However bad life may seem, while there is life, there is hope.
Thank you.
Sorry, did you say something?
But I think it's those scenes when you see he cries or she cries that you always get nervous about, because you know on the day you've got to deliver something, and no matter what is going on, you've got to bring some tears on that day. So you always you're a bit wary of those scenes, and you know they're encroaching, and you'll see it in the schedule 2 days ahead. And I think the two scenes, I mean, was the spelling board scene was one that is a big moment for both of them, and also the eventual breakup scene when Stephen is going to America with Elaine. I felt like they were big moments.
I think for me it was the first day of filming. It was this extraordinary thing when you've done all these months of research and work and preparation, but then in one day, because we started shooting the exteriors in Cambridge, and so on that first day we were jumping between different periods. So both Felicity and I were going from playing young in the morning to playing older at lunchtime, and then even older in the afternoon. And there's this weird thing, I don't think you ever get used to it working in film, that you've done all that prep, and then at some point you have to go down and do the first scene, which the first scene we shot was the scene where they're spinning around, and with a permanent marker you are putting something down, and particularly with this character I found with Stephen, who's got so much, your instinct is to put everything down in order to show the producers and show everyone that you've got it, but of course it's about such trying to be sort of disciplined with that, and certainly on that first day, as we were jumping between, I was on 2 sticks in the afternoon and then in the wheelchair in the evening. That night I genuinely did not sleep, but it was also a great trial by fire, because once you've put those markers down, you then have somewhere to sort of start working between.
But if I can just say, in both the breakup and the spelling board scene, they brought so much more emotion than any of us were expecting, even James, I think. And in the breakup scene, there's take after take where you're both just really crying and bringing forth so much emotion. And there was so much emotion in the spelling board scene that, on sets, people get sort of, whatever, we got to shoot the scene, and nobody's slept, and then it's like, wow, and everyone's at the monitor, and that's what both those scenes were like when they delivered. It was incredible. I mean, it was Jane originally, and then Stephen, and then their kids, who are all obviously went through varied stages of it, and that was quite, I think, helpful for all of us.
They were so wonderful, the kids. I remember there was this point where Felicity and I we so wanted to be respectful to the disease. And then Tim, the youngest son, would say, he was like, yeah, but we did get in Dad's wheelchair and use it as a go-kart. Or we did put swear words into his voice machine and press play, and that was really important, because then we went back to James. We're like, we need more scenes of the kids jumping up and really, although it's a brutal disease, finding the reality of living with that and living your life still in a passionate way.
And much of that more home footage stuff, that was James's idea, to make it like a home footage, but that was based on stuff that we had all seen. And there is so much stuff where Eddie's, just smiling at the camera. Stephen's doing that in the home footage. He's just grinning as he motors his chair around the yard. So that was quite real.
Somebody asked Stephen Hawking what they asked him, what is the greatest mystery in the world? And he just paused and he wrote, women. which tells you a lot about his mischievous side of Stephen Hawking.